Hey everyone, welcome to another Painting with Jay. As always, I'm Jay, and you're painting with me. So grab a brush, grab some paints, grab a model, and paint along. I really hope you enjoyed the session. This is my last Necron-vember painting with Jay, so I will be working on some Necrons. I'll be working on some wraiths today, and I'll discuss why in a moment, but don't worry, I did take your advice, people. Everyone suggested I did a monolith, so I did. I found a little extra time this week, and I painted up a monolith. I did a tutorial for the warp for a monolith. So the monolith's done. It looks pretty good. And now I'm working on some wraiths just to finish up my army. Yeah, so let's get painting. Hey everyone, so I'm going to work on some wraiths. So this was my original scheme that I did for a tutorial a long time ago. But I decided just to go with the airbrush, get some nice glowing patterns going. So I've switched to this. It's much quicker, has some great glowing going on. It'll look good for a battle report, I think, for sure. And yeah, it's just good battle report quality, has some good OSL, so I'm going to keep it like that. So today I'll be working on the wiring on these guys. Yeah. And as I said, those who suggest I do the monolith first, I did take your advice. I just was able to find a little bit of extra time this week, and I got the monolith done. So that's really awesome. So thank you people for your feedback. I really do appreciate it, and I did take it to heart. Obviously, I got it done first, so I make sure that it got done. And if I was only going to do one thing, then it would have been the monolith. I think it's going to be a fun addition to the army. I got to learn the rules for it. Of course, by the time I know this army's rules, the army will get a new codex, of course. But it's all good. I'm a Necron player now. It's been fun. So I'll be talking about my week. This has been a really weird week. YouTube. Oh, YouTube. My painting challenge. Battle reports in general. I know that I haven't had a lot of videos up lately, and I've just been really busy at my other job and stuff, but I will be getting back to making 5 videos a week soon. Today I'm going to put Let's Play for Jay out for free, because to be honest, the warp, it hasn't been really gelling well with the warp. People don't really watch it because it's more of a free content thing. So I'm going to put it for free. And I'll be out at the same time as this video, probably a couple hours beforehand. Yeah, it's been cool. I'm playing Space Hulk Ascension, which is really good. But man, those Gene Stealers are brutal in it. They're brutal. Overwatch is better. The way that the dynamics work is much better. I find it's actually much better. I really like the movement. You can kind of upgrade your guys as they go along, so it really is a nice campaign to it. The only downside is, oh my goodness, those Gene Stealers. They come out of nowhere and they're vicious. I was playing a game that I thought I was recording. I ended up not recording. But in it, I didn't see a Gene Stealer pop up. I missed him completely off the radar. He came in and killed 4 out of my 5 squad members in one turn. One Gene Stealer. He just ran up, killed one, ran up to another, killed another, and it was just like, what? Well, what? So I instantly lost. And that's pretty brutal. You know, pretty brutal indeed. So it's a fun game. I really like it. I like it a lot better than Space Hulk. It's much better, I find. The dynamic, just the way it runs is better. The way it moves is better. It's less clunky. So to me, it's kind of like the game that I envisioned when I originally heard that Space Hulk was becoming a video game. Space Hulk Ascension is basically that. I like it. It's a big improvement. So that's pretty cool. This video brought to you by Space Hulk Ascension. No, I'm kidding. Of course it's not. I've been having a lot of fun with my airbrush. As you can see, just doing airbrush effects, OSL, quick stuff. But I really like it. I've been using my Sotar 2020. It's a cool little sexy airbrush. I feel weird saying it's sexy, but it really is. It's a nice little, smaller, has a really good feel to it. So that's very cool. But man, this painting challenge, I've been enjoying these painting challenges. I really have. It's been fun. And December, I am going to try to do another painting challenge. Now, that's going to be hard, because December is going to be a really busy month for work, And on top of that, you know, for family, because it's Christmas and the holidays are coming up, you know, and it's going to be a busy month, you know, shopping, Christmas time, etc. You know, and so I'm going to lose a week, essentially, at least a week of painting, I'm guessing. So I don't know what I'm going to do for this month's paint challenge. I think I'm going to still do 35. My goal will be 35 point War Machine or Hordes amount. So 35 points of War Machine or Hordes. Because I've been given so much love to, by the way, I was using Warpstone Glow if anybody's curious on these guys, so the wiring is all done now. Oh, maybe I should do some gold. Yeah, I'll do some gold on them. That'll turn out nicely. I didn't even remember these guys, these little dots. Let's keep going. So, it's going to be busy, but I think I can do a 35 points worth. My goal is to have a 35 point list by the end of the month. Of either, if I continue with War Machine, I'm either going to build 35 points worth of Signar, or I'm going to do Hordes, and then do 35 point list of Scorn. I really like Scorn. Just the look of them. Now, originally I wanted to play Trollbloods. That was my first army that I really wanted to play. But my friend has a Trollblood army, so I decided not to. You know, I respect that. He's playing Trollblood, so I'm going to play Scorn. Plus, Scorn have some fun, too. You know, we have the cool elephants. We have Moloch Karn. The Cyclopses. Things are good, you know? They're going to be cool. So I have a battle box. I have 50 points that I could build. I just need to sit down and paint them. So, yeah. I'm excited. That's good. So now it's time to switch to Moot Green. And these videos, like these Painting with Jay videos, wow! Just the amount I get done during them, I feel great afterwards. I really do. But I feel great right now. Painting wise, I've not burned out, and it just feels so nice because I've been able to free up shelf space that has been, you know, busy for years. Because I've gotten rid of like tons of models. I've painted them, and now they're out of my workshop, and they're off their sprues, and they look good. You know, I've already hit well over 1,000 points. Like this month, I've shattered 1,000 points. So because I painted almost 30 Necron warriors, and that alone is 500 points. I painted around 20 Scarab Swarms, which is, you know, that alone is 300 points. So that's about 800 points right there. A Monolith, which hits 1,000 already. These Wraiths. And I painted 6 Destroyers. So it's been a busy but awesome month. That's what I say. Busy but awesome. And I love it. I feel great. I really do. And I hope you people in TV land or internet land or Greenland, I know some viewers in Greenland. I used to have a friend named Stephanie Land. That's kind of a weird side story. You people out there, I hope you guys have had, and girls have had, as awesome of a time for the last couple months as I have. I've been really enjoying these painting challenges that I've been giving myself. And I'm going to keep going until I burn, you know, or burn out, I mean. I have some busy stuff coming up. January shouldn't be too busy, but February will be busy. I'm going to be gone for a little bit of time. I'm going to be going to the Vegas Open in February, so if you're going to go to the Vegas Open, come see me. I'm not going to do any, I'm not playing any tournaments or anything. I'm not bringing an army, because I'm actually there for a different reason. And for a different conference, and I can't bring my army with me, unfortunately. It would just be too cumbersome to bring. So I'm just going to bring myself and meet people and have a great time just meeting, you know, viewers, other YouTubers, maybe fans, maybe not. You know, just have a good time. You know, just hang out with people. And that's what I'm going to do. That's at least for the Vegas Open. And then, as you guys probably are aware, registration is now open for Adepticon. And I went, and I was like, you know what? I've always wanted to do one of those VIGs. I know they're a little bit more expensive, but it'd be kind of cool. You get a T-shirt. You don't have to go in any of the line. You know, you get to skip the line. Which last year the line was huge. You get a full swag bag. And I got there, the full swag bag. I was able to sign up, but I signed up about an hour and a half after registration opened. My wife and I actually, remember last week I said that my wife and I were going to go see Dumb and Dumber. We went to the movie theater and it was sold out. So we didn't end up going to see Dumb and Dumber that night. So we went and saw Dumb and Dumber on Monday. And for those who are wondering, I actually really liked Dumb and Dumber. It was funny. Obviously it was dumb, right? Because it's Dumb and Dumber. But I found that the comedy, a lot of it, not all of it obviously, there was some poop humor, but I found that the humor was actually much more, I'd say, mature. And not in the sense like sexual content or anything. I'm saying it was more like a lot of it was comedy you had to think about for a second, and it was for more adults, like more mature humor. I guess it's just because, you know, it's been 20 years since Jeff Daniels and Jim Carrey have, you know, done these characters. They grew a lot. So it was really cool. I liked it. You know what? I'd say I liked it as much as the original. Yeah, I thought it was good. I'm not ruining anything about it. It didn't have. I was actually very shocked. I'm not. No spoilers. As I said, no spoilers. But I was actually quite surprised that it didn't have. There was that eponymous scene, you know, where Jeff Daniels and the X-Lax thing in Dumb and Dumber 1. And I figured that they were going to have to one-up themselves and do an even more disgusting, you know, poop humor-ish bit in this one. And they didn't. It was actually more, as I said, it was more of a mature... What am I going to do? Let's see some Rich Gold. So, yeah, it was really good. I enjoyed it. So that was cool. And then I came home and I signed up for Adepticon, and I got back, and all of the, sorry, I'm just shaking something. All of the full swag bag ones were done. I was like, oh, I really want a full swag bag, because the swag bags were awesome last year. The people who were running it let me sign up the day, because I didn't sign up ahead of time last year. I just went, and they let me sign up, and they gave me a swag bag. It was awesome. They're really nice people. So this year, I wanted the swag bag, because it was so cool last year. So I signed up under the VIG. I was like, screw it. I want to be a VIG for once. And I did. So I signed up under the VIG. So I'm going to Adepticon, people. I'm going to be there. And if you're going to be there, I'd love to meet you. I'm going to bring my armies. I'm going to bring a War Machine army. And the best part about this was I was like, what should I sign up for this year? And I looked at the 40K tournaments. And I just don't have really the time. Like a 40K tournament's like 12 hours or one of the days. I just don't have that kind of time. Like I like meeting people, and I already have some things that I want to do at Adepticon. So I signed up. I decided, and I may unsign up, because this is pretty hefty. I signed up for the Masters tournament for War Machine Hordes. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to actually do that. So I have until January 1st to unsign up for it. But we'll see. It would give me a challenge. You know, I could put together, I easily have 50 points of Signar. And I have the components of a competitive list. Like, I know what is competitive for Signar. I know what the standard, stereotypical casters are for a Masters tournament. And I have both of them. They're both painted. So maybe I'll think about it. I'm really debating about it. I might go and have a good time. The only problem is, though, I'm not a very competitive person. And I'm worried that I might imbalance the tournament in the sense that, you know, 4 people will face me and just table me turn 2. And then I'm going to accidentally screw over other players by being an easy opponent. You know, I just don't want to be that guy that people get mad about that I was there. But I don't know. I could probably win a couple games or 2. But this is a high level. Like, this is a high level. And as I said, I've only been in one tournament for Hordes and Warm Hordes. And maybe I should give it a shot. Because some people, you know, left comments last week saying that maybe I should give a Warm Hordes tournament a shot. And then that way I can speak from my own experience rather than Rather than, you know, my friend said this, Owen said this, Dan said this, Owen did this. I can go, hey, I went to a Masters tournament and I saw this, I witnessed this. This is the kind of sportsmanship, you know, people were nice, people were not. I think the people are nice. Like, I don't think the people are jerks by any means. I'm not saying they're jerky jerk people. Jerks. But what I am saying, though, is they're very competitive people who are kind of, I don't know, I wouldn't say control freaks, but they like control. Because that's what the War Machine's about. It's about control, essentially. And I'll speak about that in a future video, well, why I feel that, but, yeah. But, yeah. So I might do it. We'll see. It's about 10 hours. No, it's not 10 hours. It's 8.5 hours. I think it's 8.5 hours. And there's 2 tournaments. There's for Masters level. Dan did the crappy one last year. And by crappy one, I mean the time-wise. One of them goes until like 7, or one goes till 6:30 p.m. And one starts at 7 p.m. and goes till like 5 in the morning. And last year, that was the one that Dan signed up for. And I felt so, like, oh man, that must have been hard on him. Ooh, it looks good. Look at that. Got some nice gold there. I love the alcohol-based golds. I love them. It's the only time I use alcohol in my life. Nothing against it. To each his own. But, yeah, so this year I signed up for the good one. I signed up for the good time one. And that's all I signed up for. That and Iron Arena. My goal is, once again, I'm going to go there and meet people. Have a good time. Play some games. I'm going to play some Warm Hordes. This year, apparently, a couple of people I met last year have already contacted me. I really should contact them back. I apologize if you're out there listening to this video. I've gotten your emails. I'm going to contact you back. And I want to play against you. But apparently, I do want to play against you, as I said. But apparently, this year there's going to be a lot more open gaming at Adepticon for 40K, which is awesome, because last year there was none. And I was really sad. I was a sad panda. Because I went there to open game with people. Meet people, you know, do some battle reports, have a good time. Meet people, enjoy life. And I did. I met people and enjoyed life, but I couldn't play. I only had one night of playing, and it was like at 11 o'clock at night. And there's this guy named Coach who's from Family Gamers, and I promised him that I'd play against him, and then unfortunately, our schedules didn't overlap. In the sense of I couldn't get a table. So this year my goal is, if he's there, I am going to play a game with him and his son, because I promised that. I'm a man of my word, and I would love to have a game against him. What army will I bring? I don't know. I was thinking about that. Now this year, and also one of the benefits of this year is last year I was in this really, really crappy motel near the place. And it was near, but it was still far enough that I got in an accident between my locations. It's kind of weird. That's kind of a funny story. Dude rear-ended me, but the thing is, the guy behind him rear-ended him into me, and the guy who actually hit us, the car in between us that got the most damage, he was actually a fan of mini wargames, and he knew us. And he rear-ended us. He's like, "I just rear-ended the mini wargaming guys." And we're like, "Yep." My car's okay. Like, it was barely a scratch on my car. I didn't care. But his car was a different story. And what else? So yeah, this year, I'm actually staying at it's in a hotel. The convention center. I'm actually going to be at the convention center. I made sure to sign up early enough that I was able to get a spot. So I am going to be there. So what I'm going to do this year is, last year I had to walk around. You saw me at Gen Con. I was walking around with a lot of armies. This year I'm not going to walk around with any armies. And I'll just go up to my room when I need them and go get them and bring them down, and I'll be good to go. So I'm going to have a great convention this year. I'm just stupidly excited. I just realized a second ago I missed the wiring under the neck. So I'm going to paint that in. I'm going to base these guys. Then I got some finished wraiths. Yeah, so I can't wait. Adepticon is going to be so much fun. These conventions, they take up a lot of your money, but they're so much fun. And it's just so great to meet people and have a good time. You know, it's the only time where I really get to see the WGC people are at conventions, because most of them are American. Yeah, they're really good people. Let's paint those in quickly. Cool. I think that's in focus. Let's make sure that's focused here. Cool. Excuse me. Yeah, it's been a good month. It really has. Oh, sorry. I should talk about YouTube, though. Oh, this has been a bad week for YouTube for my stuff. So, for those of you who are Warped subscribers, you will know about the frustration I've had this week. I even put it on my Facebook page. I really gotta start posting more on my Facebook page. But so here's what happened last couple weeks in the Warp. This is what's happened. So those of you who don't own, like, this is probably not, you know, this isn't really known information, is that those who own a paid YouTube channel, like the Warp. Oh, that's out of focus. Oops. There we go. Those of you who own a paid YouTube channel would know about this, is that paid YouTube videos require a second layer of, like, they basically require a layer of reviewing. It's very similar to the review process is slightly different. Like, it seems like they do an extra layer of reviewing. First they process the video and then they review it, which they don't do this for the free channel. Like, I know this because I have both. So they don't do both of these processes. And so that's done. Wow, that wasn't too hard. Oh, he just somersaulted. That was kind of cool. Let's see if I can do that again. My attention. Whoop. No, can't do it. That was perfect. So you do a second layer of reviewing on your videos. And so I started noticing about a week ago, it was taking a long time, a really, really, really long time to, for these basics. I'm just going to use some simple gray. There matches the rest of my army because I did this a long time ago. It's not the most original, I know, but it's quick. And that's it. The Necrons are kind of my quick army. It's okay. I give them love. So about a week ago, I noticed that it was taking a long time to do this review process. Sometimes 24 hours, where I would put up, like, on Mondays. What I do is, on Mondays, I put up both miniature painting 101s, the free and the new one in the Warp. And what I do is I intentionally wait until the Warp one is available, because then I release them at the exact same time. That way the Warp people have a video, and the free people have a video, and it's all good. Everyone has a video. So, but I noticed it was taking like 24 hours to do the review process. So for 24 hours, my video would just be there in limbo. And I couldn't release it to the public because if people tried to view it ahead of time, it would say this video is not available in your country. So it sucked, right? I hate waiting, especially the fact that, you know, people in the Warp, they pay for the content. You know, you don't want to keep them waiting. And so it was taking a while, but then all of a sudden on Friday, or Thursday or Friday, I put up a video. 24 hours later, it was still reviewing. I thought that was odd. But I put up the Friday video, and on Sunday, both the Friday and the Thursday videos were still reviewing. And on Monday, both of the videos were still reviewing. And I put up my next couple videos, and both of those videos were just still reviewing. And this went on for days, like a whole week. Basically, none of my videos in the Warp that I put up, I think it was 5 straight videos, none of them were being reviewed. So the weird thing though about it was, because I have an auto, like the new YouTube settings for playlists are actually really cool. you can auto add for playlists. So all you do is you put if a keyword is in the title, like for this one, painting with J, it's in my key title. So all of my painting with J's would go into a painting with J playlist. So it was auto adding certain videos into playlists, which then made the playlist, and because the playlists are public, it would show the videos to the public. But so it would show the video, like it would show that Jay uploaded a video of this video, like miniature painting 101 part 60, whatever. And then, but the problem is whenever the people clicked on the video, it would say, oh, I'm sorry, this video is not available in your country, including Canada, US, Great Britain, all my countries that I have for the Warp. And so this kind of angered a couple Warp subscribers. It mostly confused the Warp subscribers, and it really annoyed me because so all these people were clicking on my videos in the Warp and they couldn't watch them, and it made it look like I've not allowed these videos to be available in their countries. And this happened for 5 straight video days. So I got on the internet, of course, and I just emailed YouTube like 5 times and said, this is what's going on my channel, what the heck's going on here? You know, my subscribers are getting a little bit annoyed, and as am I. I would like my videos to be public, please. Can you please fix this? And eventually they fixed it. It was a combination of an incompatibility with Chrome, apparently they said, but mostly it was just the problem with the system, and other paid channels were having this this issue, they said to me. It wasn't just my channel. It was paid channels in general were having this issue. And I'm like, dudes, if you're gonna, if we're having paid channels, we gotta make sure that the paid channels are running smoothly, because otherwise it's hard to keep people. But luckily I have awesome subscribers, and they understood. I posted the situation on all my videos. I said, here's the thing, the video will be available in your country, but it's a current problem with YouTube at the moment. They're not performing the second level of review, and as I said, it took about a week from the day that the problem started to the day it finished. Today's Thursday, and the problem only got officially resolved yesterday. Technically yesterday at midnight in the morning. And that's it. So it was really annoying me because I work so hard to make these videos, and I put them up and then people can't see them. And that's just like, oh my goodness. YouTube. But besides that, I'm happy with YouTube, obviously. Look at that. Nice clean base. Dirty sand. Works for me. I know it's not the most eventful base, but it's okay. Like, these are for battle reports. They're not my... they're for my painting challenges, my battle reports, and maybe some tournaments, we'll see. So... yeah. So that was my week on YouTube for the paid content. It was annoying. So if those of you want to subscribe to the Warp, go ahead now. In fact, if you're thinking of trying out the Warp, I'd recommend now, because the prices will be going up. I mentioned the day I created the Warp, and I mentioned every month, 2 months since then, that eventually the price will be $6. Now it will stop increasing once it hits $6 Canadian a month. I really like $6 because that's the price of basically the lowest vault fee for the vault, and also it's just a nice round number. I was thinking 5 originally, but I decided 6. It's not really being that greedy. It's like $1.50 a week. And I figured, but since I had no content at the beginning, it would be weird to ask people to pay $6 a month for no content. So I said I'm going to increase the price every 2 months. I'll start the price at $3, increase every 2 months to eventually $6, and then it'll be $6 forever. And now December 1st is the threshold now, where it'll be the first day of $6, and then from then on it will only be $6 for the Warp, $6 a month, $60 for a year. And if you pay $60 a year, it's $5 a month. So it's essentially $1 a week, $1.25 a week. So it's not bad. It's not a bad price. And I do understand that some people don't have the money, and that's okay. If you don't have the money, I'm gonna still make awesome, as good of quality content for my free as I can, as I will ever, and you guys are gonna get content. I'm not just gonna focus on the paid people, but there's 2 channels. So that was done. Look at that. So I got wraiths now. I got wraiths and a monolith. So wraiths, and if you notice, I didn't attach a gun because I'm waiting for the new codex to drop before I attach any guns. So this video is 30 minutes long. Do I have anything else left to paint? I can base this Necron, my old Necron Cryptek, who's missing his bottom part of his mouth. That's kind of cool. So I'll base him, and then I'll keep going. I'll see what I can do. So, yeah, and my goal is just for the rest of my, for a living. So I'm going to make sure that the warp does as amazing as possible. But most importantly, I'm never going to forget about the free content. There have been several YouTubers, I'm not going to drop any names, but I noticed that once people create paid channels, they really neglect the free. And I did switch certain things to my paid, but Miniature Painting 101 to me is my favorite video series that I make. To me, it's the most educational, and it's what I think fans are going to get the most out of. And that, I made sure, though the paid channel gets a preview, you guys in the free content will always get Miniature Painting 101. Because that to me is it's my favorite channel. It's my favorite video series that I make. And I am never going to take it away from you. That's just not ever going to happen because I'm not going to be that person that neglects my free content. I'm not going to. I'm going to make sure that it's as good as ever. Man, I have so many Necron pieces. It's awesome. So many Necron. Oh yeah, I have a Lord here. And I have some more. I have one more Swarm that I missed. Let's paint the Swarm for now. And then in 10 minutes when I'm done the Swarm, we'll paint the Overlord. Or maybe I'll paint them both at the same time. We'll see. So right now I'm going to take some Ironbreaker and just dry brush the Swarms. But that's it. As I said, I'm never going to stop making free content. Because free people are amazing as well. There we go. Done dry brushing. This is the easiest. Necrons are so much fun to paint. Seriously. You want to build a 2,000 point list? Necrons. You do it in a month. I love these. Necrons are so easy. And you'll see in a couple days, at the end of the month, I'm going to put up a video both showing off my Necron army, which I should have about 3,000 plus points painted of my Necrons. And then I will also be just talking about the warp prices and talking about my next painting challenge. As I said, I haven't decided yet if I want to focus on Signar or Scorn. Because Signar I really don't have, I do have some models, obviously. I just don't have a lot actually painted up. I really have a very, I only have like one really type of army. I run Jacks. I do have a bunch of casters though. I have 4 or 5 casters painted up. I think 4. But and then it's gonna be, it's gonna be an interesting month. I'm gonna take a break from 40K for a month, and then I'm coming back hardcore because it's gonna be 2 months straight. As I said, 2 months straight of Tyranids. I've decided that because Tyranids are getting love again from Games Workshop, and I have so many monsters, creatures I want to paint. So many. In my house right now, I have Nexocrin, Flyrant right here. Look at that, Flyrant. With his 2 sets of Twin Link Devourers, Forge World. Ooh. I got those at a Gen Con. There's going to be what I got Flyrant. I got a Swarm Lord. I want to use for Face Off. My cool paint. By the way, I'm going to put out a Face Off video. I think next week, maybe this week if I have the time. But I really want to put out a Face Off video, just show you guys what it's about. Basically, I've been doing this series in the Warp called Face Off, and it's just fun. It's a fun series where we put 2 close combat, heavy hitters in front of each other and see who wins a best out of 3 or a best out of 5 game. We take into consideration special rules and just them against each other in a challenge. And I tend to make it a little more fun. Like it uses a little bit of stop motion. It uses voices. it's a bit goofy, but it's fun. And it's also that fun situation where you wonder yourself, you know, Abaddon versus Lysander, who would win? Lysander versus Gus Lothraka, who would win? Drago versus 1,000 points of Deathwing, who would you win? You'd be surprised. I did that one. I was actually kind of surprised at the outcome. And it does that. And it's a fun series. So I'm going to do a preview. Maybe to show you guys what I've been up to in the warp and stuff. And good stuff there. So they're good. And I'll dry brush the gray after, put in the grass, and they're done. 34 minutes. Alright, let's continue on him. Look at this, people. I'm just doing well. This Necron's gotta love him. So, oh, sorry. I got a Swarm Lord, an Exocrine, maybe a Flyrant or two. The new... I'm definitely making a Toxicrene, for sure. Toxicrenes are way better than the Maliceptor. So, Toxicrene, a couple Drop Pods, a Harpy. So, that's a few monstrous creatures that I really want to paint up. And, just so you guys know, I decided not, my How to Play 40k series, the next 4 episodes, so I really want to put out one every week for December, are made. Or at least they're good enough that, you know, they're just need to be edited. 2 of them need to be edited, but so they're done. And I'm happy there, so that'll be good. So they're going to be up. So the next one is about setting up the table, so about terrain, different types of terrain. The things you need to do before a game. So it's you know, first of all, establish your warlord. Roll for warlord traits. Roll for psychic powers. Set up the table, and then rolling for mission deployment, and then rolling for first, and then the game will start, and then deploying. That's the next video, and then it starts in the phases. The next one is the movement phase, and then the shooting phase, assault phase, psychic phase, then assault phase, moving, assault, shooting, moving, psychic, shooting, assault, and reserves. I'm going to talk about reserves in a separate video. Look at him. He looks good. Yeah. Maybe I'll make him gold. Like the... do I have any more gold left? Yes, I do. When I was painting the Necrons. Cool. So... Ooh, I do have some... I love these Vallejo golds. I love them. They do dry out, but man, they look nice. Put them on a miniature. So, I don't know what I was just saying. Oh yeah, so it'll be done. Starting next week, it's out. And I've been using my green screen. I love using it. Makes me feel cool, like I'm in an actual studio. You know? Battle reports. Unfortunately, all my battle report opponents from last week canceled. It was a really bad weather week. So, and then one of my opponents, it was kind of a miscommunication. But it's okay. I'm scheduling still with opponents, and I should hopefully have some opponents lined up over the next few weeks. And I'm going to make some battle reports for you guys. I want to make some, and if not, I'll make some J versus J's, but I really want to avoid the J versus J's as much as possible, especially in the warp. But I'll make some if need be. I know some people actually expressed liking of them, and that's good. I'm glad people like them and like the tactical behind them. I know people really want real opponents, and I respect that. That makes sense. Real opponents are good. So, it's good. I'm getting some people from the local meta to. I'll do it on green. So it'll be good. Things are good. There's another Necron player out there as well. A couple other Necron players. So that'll be cool. Maybe we'll do a Necron versus Necron battle report. That'd be pretty funny. It'd just be dice rolling upon dice rolling and no AP and pretty fun death and destruction. I wonder, so one of my questions to you guys, have you guys started your holiday shopping? For those of you who are celebrating the holidays, have you started? I always like to start my holiday shopping. I've already started. I finished my in-laws. And now I've done my sibling, I know what I'm going to get. I'm going to go get it tomorrow, Black Friday. It's not going to be that crazy. Like here in Canada, we have Black Friday too, but it's nothing like the States. There's very few deals worth punching someone for. Very few. In fact, I would never punch anyone for anything. But there's very few deals worth punching someone for. That really, very, very few deals worth punching someone for. So, it's pretty civilized here because we don't have really, we're polite. But it always just baffles me when I see the videos of the States and seeing the destruction. Let's do blue. The destruction that occurs. People die every year at, these sales. And I'm like, wow, I couldn't imagine a sale worth killing someone over. No. So that's my question to you. Number one, have you ever been to a Black Friday sale, people? And if you have, leave a comment. How did it go? Did you get punched out? Did you see anybody fight? And second, have you started Christmas shopping or holiday shopping? Because obviously not everyone celebrates Christmas. And I respect that, obviously. Have you started your holiday shopping? That's a good question. And what do you think? Maybe my third question would be, what do you think I should do? Should I continue with my Signar? That way I get a flushed out Signar army. I could do a caster in like 35 points. Or should I do some Scorn? That way I get a Hordes army and I have a Signar army. That way if ever people come to do War Machine or Hordes, I'll have a Hordes army as well. Or does it not matter? Because I know a lot of my fans are 40k-ish, but that's okay. So those are my questions to you guys today. I'll be asking you. And I'll paint for another few minutes. For this, I mixed 1-1 mix of Ironbreaker and Calidor Sky to get this light blue that's silver. So there's a bit of a tinge to it, metallic tinge. Originally, when I came up with my Necron scheme a long time ago, I was going to go blue, but it was too close to Matt's. So I decided just to go with gold. Make him a little more regal. What else? I know I'm getting my wife, but she watches these videos every now and then, so I'm not saying it. You're not going to find out what I'm getting you. But I know I'm getting her. And I think she's going to like them very much. Yeah. Christmas is a funny time of the year. I know a lot of couples. This is one of those times of years that people almost expect people to propose. And I'm nothing against it. Those people who propose. I know I'm jumping topics so much, but I've had so many friends get engaged at Christmas time. Probably 2/3 of my friends who got engaged or married, they got engaged at Christmas time. Or New Year's Eve time, or, this time of year, holiday season time. Obviously, I do understand that many of you do not celebrate Christmas, and as I said, I 100% respect that. I just say Christmas because it's what I celebrate, and that's it. But obviously, each person has the right to their own opinions and religion and beliefs and everything. That's all cool. But yeah, so many people. It's like I've had 3 different friends, 3 friends, get engaged at the Eiffel Tower. In France, they go to the Eiffel Tower and they're proposing. And I always made that joke I apologize to people if I'm offending you, but this is just funny. But I always made a joke that, you know, is there like a lineup at the Eiffel Tower that, you know, people just line up and get proposed to each other one at a time? They're like, and then will you marry me? Aw, next. Will you marry me? Aw, next. That looks pretty cool. Maybe I'll do a glaze over it. Yeah. Maybe a nice glaze would, I don't know. Doesn't have much definition right now. Glaze, why not? But I never wanted to propose to my wife at Christmas time or holiday time because I always thought, you know, I always wanted to be unpredictable. So I intentionally did not propose around Valentine's Day, her birthday, which her birthday is also in December. But hey, that would make a really good, you know, birthday Christmas gift. And then what else? Yeah, I didn't propose around our anniversary. I proposed in August, and our anniversary's in July, early July. I proposed last week of August. It's almost 2 months later. And I just didn't want it to be predictable, you know. But I agree. I understand why people propose this time of year. The stuff that I talk about, by the way, if anybody ever wonders, as I said in this videos, I just turn on the camera and I talk and I paint. And there's very little thought about what I'm saying, like ahead of time. I just talk. And you all get to know me a little bit better. That looks pretty cool. I like it. I'm going to probably end it soon, because we're at 45 minutes. Maybe another 10 minutes. But it's all good. I've done so much work, and I can't wait to show you people all of my work. I'm going to keep 5 Necron Warriors unpainted, because I'm going to use them in miniature painting 101s in the future. So they're good, but the rest of the other 60 are good. I got 3 wraiths, 6 destroyers, a monolith. Maybe I'll do the same thing for the handle. Yeah. The monolith, I got a bunch of HQs. I got Emotech the Stormlord painted up. I have Oberon, but I don't have, whatever his name is. Oberon's dude that he bodyguards. I haven't painted him yet. So it's going to be it's not going to be like a huge army that I'm going to be showing in my video, but it's going to be pretty good. I think it's a pretty good start of a Necron army. And then I have my 5th studio army. And that's good, because that will lead to more interesting battle reports. And even with J versus J, it adds another layer, because then, you know. Also, people have been really liking the WA one, God's Cup Thraka, so that's been fun. Maybe I'll do a WA versus Necrons. I'm going to keep his ball not done, because I think I'm going to use him. Oh, I forgot to do the golden symbol. I'm going to use him for a future miniature painting 101 or an airbrush 101, one or the other, for OSL, because this guy is like the perfect OSL guy, because a giant glowing orb, light going this way to his face, it works perfectly. It really does. So he is a very nicely made model for these types of. I see him and I think OSL. Cool. Necklace is going down. Look at that. It has a nice reflective look to it. I like it. Oops, I just used water to rinse off alcohol-based paint. That is not what you do to do that. Oops. I'm distracting myself. What else now? Black. Oh, I got already in my palette. Yeah. And I doubt any of them are watching this, but my siblings decide, usually every year for Christmas, my siblings and I, we pick a name, because I have so many siblings, and our wives and husbands, and all that's jazz. So we decided that this year we're just going to do, my siblings decided that we're going to do a random gift thing, where it's a game where you can either take a gift or unwrap or take someone else's gift or something like that. And we each bring a gift worth approximately, $20, and we'll have fun, play a game. And we also get, random gifts in the end. So what I decided to do is I'm having too much fun, and I went to the store today, to Canadian Tire, and I thought to myself, what can I get for this gift that would be just hilarious? And guess what I got, people? I got, of course I'm not giving you a chance to guess because, yeah, I'm a jerk. I got one of those blow torches. I got a blowtorch to make creme brulee, but it's the Cake Boss's. I didn't know the Cake Boss had a line of Cake Boss making products, but he does apparently. And I got a blowtorch, so that's my gift that I'm bringing. I'm gonna bring a blowtorch to the the tiny blowtorches that you make creme brulee with or cakes. So that's gonna be my gift that I'm bringing. I think that's gonna be awesome. I can't wait till someone opens it up and it goes a blowtorch. You know, that'll be kind of fun. So that'll be cool. I'm gonna keep it as Orb, as I said. Solid until I do a tutorial. I didn't do his gemstones yet. Again, I'm going to keep the gemstones as well. I'll do some gemstone OSL in a tutorial as well. That's a good idea. So yeah, bringing a freaking blowtorch. I think that is awesome. I think he's almost done. Necrons, gotta love them. How many Necrons have I painted in this video? Not to the highest standard, but still. That's pretty awesome once you think about it. I'm gonna take out one of my favorite trio of colors from the Reaper range to finish up this model, the Stone series. So there's Stone Gray. Just gotta find them before I use them. I think this is one of them. Oh, yay! No, that's Steel. Stone Gray, where are you? That's a gray. Weathered Stone. I see my friend Shadowed Stone. Where are you, Shadowed Stone? I think it would answer. There it is. Is that it? Nope, Home Steel. What am I doing off camera, people? Alright. Shadowed Stone. Here we go. Nope, that's Shadowed Steel. You're tricking me. Home Steel, Silver. Okay, those three. So no more of those colors. Next color I see has to be Shadowed Stone. By the process of elimination. I'm losing to a rug. Okay, here we go. So this is my trio, the Stone Trio. Stone Triad from Reaper. So it goes Shadowed Stone, Stone Gray, Weathered Stone. I'm going to use these to paint the stones under the Lord. Lord. Add a little bit to my palette. But man, these painting videos, I haven't shown. I just can't believe how much work you get done. You stop and, you know, for an hour, I stop what I'm doing. I make a video of myself painting and talking to y'all, and I get so much done, and that makes me happy. Happy, happy, happy. Cooking with peanut oil, as Phil would say. Those who don't wondering, I'm saying Phil from Duck Dynasty. What's his last name? It'll come to me eventually. Phil. What are the last names? There's Jace. Robertson. That's it. Phil Robertson. Jace Robertson. Sigh. Phil Robertson. Happy, happy, happy. Cooking with peanut oil. Look at this. He's done. Like this Necron guy. He looks like a superhero almost. Dun, da, da, da. Super Lord. He does look a little flashy, but it's okay. I'm having a little bit of fun with him. His color scheme looks a little... I think it does look a little superhero-ish, but I think it's the cape. The cape alone really adds to the superhero nature of him. There. Stick him on there. Good. Now I'm just going to take a quick dry brush and I need to find my dry brush. That's pretty... I need to clean that one. I'll take this one. I'm just going to use a little bit of stone gray and weathered stone and finish up that stone. Yeah. I'm excited. What the future has in store. I think that the next painting challenge, you know, every painting challenge will get more and more models done. And a finished model is a good model. I like that because I have so many models I need to paint, and these painting challenges are just getting done, and that's sometimes the kick in the teeth that you need, the kick in the butt, you know, that you need to finish work that I have models that have been in my possession for 2-3 years plus and are still not done because I collected so many models at the time, and you know, that's not what I'm about. I shouldn't be, you know, I shouldn't have that many. So these painting challenges have been my excuse to get them done. And I'm not buying that many models right now. Obviously, I purchased some of the new Tyranny models. I'm going to buy the new Zoanthrope Venom Throat kit eventually. But I only purchased, you know, the new Monstrous Creatures and the drop pods. So now I'm going to use the final one. Oh, shoot. That was the wrong one. Shadows, Weathered Stone. So, yeah, these painting challenges have really allowed me, just given me that challenge, and that's what I love. I don't do any tournaments. It used to be tournaments were what gave me my motivation, because you need to, you know, have your army painted for a tournament, bring it, then you have to paint an army. But I stopped doing tournaments a long time ago because I just didn't have the time. These will just give a little bit of texture to the rocks. As I said, I'm not going to paint the jewels or the glowing orb. I'm going to use those in future. I know they're going to be perfect for a future video, so why paint them now when I can just do a whole tutorial on them in the future? You know. There we go. So he's done. I'll wrap the base, as I call it. I'll paint the exterior of the base in black, and he's pretty much done. He'll be good to go for the tabletop. And look at that, I have a Lord. Necron Lord. So, yeah. And I'm going to be taking a break from 40K, not actual break, but painting-wise break, to do a month of either War Machine or Hordes, as I said, so that's cool. It'll give me some, you know, time away from an army. And then it's going to come back and it's going to be Tyranids to the max, and then after that it's probably going to be Space Marines. I'm probably going to try to get my Space Wolves / Space Marine army off the ground and add another army, because then, or I could just flush out my Blood Angels, or not my Blood Angels, my Dark Angels. Next is pretty much Blood Angels. It's established. next week, tomorrow there'll probably be an announcement about the box set. So that's it. Look at him. So he's done. I've gotten a lot of work done today. So what did I do today? I finished up the wraiths. I painted the scarabs. You know, and I just got to finish basing the scarabs. And then I painted this lord. Sounds like a good day's work. You know, for an hour. So it's been an hour. Let's call it here. And yeah. So my final questions to you all are: what should I do? Should I go with Signar or Scorn? Have you started your shopping yet for the holidays? And if you've been to a crazy Black Friday or sales day that people actually hurt each other over, I want to hear the stories. So thank you very much. So that concludes my painting with Jay. I hope you got stuff done, because I did. I had a good time. I just paint and rant and paint, and good things happen. So thank you very much for watching, and I really hope you accomplished a lot during your Necron-vember, or whatever Vember you wanted. Mine was Necron-vember. I hope you accomplished as much as you wanted. Got a lot painted, you know. Gray models are gone, which is good stuff. So feel free to comment in the comment section down below. I do read all your comments, and I do appreciate them. And I really appreciate you watching this video while I rant, and I hope you painted along. So thank you very much for watching. Till next time, this is Jay saying, happy painting with Jay.